Hello, how are you? Without a doubt, this is one of the questions I get asked the most here on the channel. If Goku was already dead in future Trunks' timeline, how was Zamasu able to kill him in Dragon Ball Super? I completely understand the confusion, and honestly, it's a fair question. After all, whenever time travel is involved in Dragon Ball, there are countless theories trying to explain something that even the creators themselves sometimes struggle to explain. But don't worry, because today you'll finally understand exactly how all of this happened. First of all, the Goku you see swapping bodies with Zamasu and then being killed shortly afterward is not future Goku. It's the present day Goku. That's right, take a look. We have the main present timeline and future Trunks timeline. The Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament took place in the main timeline. And it was during that tournament that Goku first caught Zamasu's attention. After present Zamasu discovered that a mortal as powerful as Goku existed and even fought against him, he decided to put his Zero Mortals plan into action. He then learned about the Super Dragon Balls, killed Gowasu, his master and superior, stole the time ring, and used the Dragon Balls to make his wish. And what was that wish? To swap bodies with Goku. Notice that when this Goku is killed, he is wearing his farmer clothes. That's because this event takes place shortly after the conclusion of the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament. Remember, all of this happens in the present timeline. So, after Zamasu switches bodies with Goku, he becomes Goku Black, kills the Saiyan, and also wipes out his family. At this point, you might be asking, but how is it possible for Goku to be killed in the present if he's still alive? Don't worry, because everything is about to make sense. Once Goku is out of the way, Zamasu, now as Goku Black, is ready to put his plan into motion. However, there was one problem: Beerus. To escape the God of Destruction, Black uses the time ring and travels to future Trunks' timeline. That's right. And do you know why he did that? Because in that reality, the Supreme Kai no longer existed. He had been killed during the events involving Babidi and Dabura. And since Beerus and the Supreme Kai share a life link, the death of one means the death of the other. Therefore, without Beerus around, no one could stop Black from carrying out his plan. That is exactly why he chose that timeline. As soon as he arrives in the future, Black goes directly to Universe 10, Zamasu's home universe, and joins forces with that timeline's version of Zamasu. So, in Trunks' timeline, there were two Zamasus. The present-day Zamasu, who had already become Goku Black, and the Zamasu native to that timeline, who becomes immortal through the Super Dragon Balls. Trunks and Mai create a resistance movement to fight Black but ultimately fail. That's when the Saiyan travels back to the past to seek help, just like he did during the Android saga. And this is where things start to get really interesting. When Trunks returns to the past for help, a new timeline is created, almost like a copy of the main timeline. Remember that every instance of time travel in Dragon Ball creates a new timeline? Well, that's exactly what happens here. This new reality contains several important differences. Notice that Trunks returns to a point in time when Zamasu had not yet met Goku. Therefore, the Zero Mortals plan had not even begun. It is in this timeline that Trunks, upon arriving, attacks Goku because he believes he is Black. In other words, the reality we begin following in Dragon Ball Super is born from Trunks' journey to the past. It is within this new timeline that Beerus, Whis, and Goku visit Zamasu and Gowasu in Universe 10. During that meeting, Goku challenges Zamasu to a fight and defeats him. And it is only after this encounter that Zamasu comes to know Goku and begins developing his plan. This time, however, he fails. Everyone discovers his intentions before he can act, and Beerus takes care of eliminating him. That is precisely why the Zamasu and Goku Black faced by Goku and Vegeta in the future have no connection whatsoever to this new version of the present. Because in Dragon Ball, changing the past does not change the future. Every change creates a new timeline. That's why we can say that there are three versions of Zamasu in Dragon Ball Super. The first is the one who successfully became Goku Black in the original timeline and killed Goku. The second is future Trunks' timeline version, who becomes immortal through the Super Dragon Balls. And the third appears after Trunks travels to the past and is ultimately destroyed by Beerus before he can put his plan into action. Now tell me, was that clear? I really hope so. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. And of course, if you still have any questions, don't forget to leave a comment below. Once again, thank you so much for staying with me until the end. A big hug to all of you. Take care. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.